You know, you can tell how quickly a YouTuber runs out of ideas by how often they choose to make Q&A videos. How did you get introduced to League? Okay, I got introduced to League through a friend from high school. This was when I first heard about the game. It was back in 2009. I think I was a freshman or sophomore in high school, and I had this friend who was in a grade above me where he showed me this game that his brother had shown him. The League had just come out of like a week-long open beta and was just released. I remember distinctly playing two custom games where I played Twisted Fate and Heimerdinger. I was too scared to play with other people. I didn't even realize it was a 5v5 game. I thought 5v5 was just optional and that you could still play the game 1v1. But I thought Heimerdinger would probably be really OP because this was a tower defense game and he could make his own towers, and then Twisted Fate just looked super cool. In the end though, I couldn't play the game. I had a laptop that was pretty good. It was a pretty decent laptop, but League was so poorly optimized back then that this is no exaggeration. By the time I clicked continue after the victory or defeat screen, for the post-game lobby to pop up, it took 30 minutes. It was so frustrating. I couldn't play the game, so I eventually stopped after trying to play a few custom games and test the game out. But then back in 2010, World Cyber Games came around. I was watching mostly for StarCraft, but League of Legends was there as a promotional event. I remembered it, I recognized it, I picked it up myself, I watched CLG win, and I haven't put the game down since. If you could be a coach for an LCS team, which team would you want to coach? You know, the obvious answer would probably be CLG, because CLG is doing really well and they're my favorite team and everything. But if I had to choose, I would probably actually choose a challenger team or a team that just almost got relegated. If you're coaching for a big team, then people are just expecting you to win and there's a bunch of pressure put on you as a coach. But if you're coaching for a smaller team, then people aren't going to be like that surprised or that upset if you lose. But if you do end up winning or winning like the LCS, then you'll have like a Claudio Ranieri type run where everyone hails you as this great coach, this mastermind, this genius that took this terrible team and made them successful. Why stop at Diamond? Why not aim for Challenger? Okay, a lot of you guys have been asking me questions about what we're going to do for the Road to Diamond series. Now that the Road to Diamond series is probably in its last few episodes, it kind of depends how long I want to drag it out at the end here. I could drag it out really long and like do one game an episode or something and have 10 more episodes, but we're probably down to maybe, if I really want to drag it out, like 3 or 4 more episodes. I've thought a little bit about what I want to do with the series after it ends, but I'm not too sure. I don't think I want to say make a Road to Diamond 1, a Road to Master, Road to Challenger. For one, I am not good enough to get Challenger, obviously, but even if I did want to like dedicate the time to try and get Challenger, playing at a high level is really difficult when you're playing while recording. I spend about as much focus on talking to the camera and trying to be entertaining as I do on playing the game in Road to Diamond, so I don't know if I could actually improve enough to a point where I could get Diamond 1 or Master or whatever. So I'm not too sure what I'm gonna do. I might do like just keep on playing ranked and making YouTube videos out of it. We'll see though. If you have any suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comments. How do you become successful in school, and how do you balance ranking in League while also being in school? Okay, so there were actually a couple of questions of you guys asking me stuff about high school. Like there was one guy who asked what advice would I give to myself back when I first started high school. The best advice I can give to any of you guys in high school, I think, is don't take it too seriously. Like, you obviously want to do well if you want to go to a good college, if you want to be a doctor or a lawyer or something that requires you to go and get a higher education. You obviously want to do well so you can go into a good college. But I'm talking about like the people that you go to high school with, all your classmates. Don't worry about whatever like drama or anything there is. You are not going to talk to any of your graduating class outside of maybe a couple close friends. When you're in high school feels like it's your entire life, right? Everyone tells you that it's your entire life, that how you perform there on your tests and everything, that's going to determine what college you go to and what sort of life you live. But that is not true. High school is not entirely determining the rest of your life. And in the grand scheme of things, it's a very small portion of it, so don't take it too seriously. I mean, do take it seriously, but just, you know, not too seriously. Don't freak out over it. Why did my dad leave? Okay, come on, Gooby. We've all seen your Twitter, right? I mean, I think you know the answer to that. How do you stay motivated after a string of losses? I don't know about you guys, but losing games is what gets me motivated for League of Legends. Like, if I win games, then I mean, if I win a game and I'm hungry, I can go and get food and make myself dinner. But if I lose a game, I won't eat. I'll miss appointments. I'll miss flights if I lose a game because I have to play another one. I have to play another one and prove to myself that I'm better than what I just saw. I mean, losing games is what motivates me more so than winning. I don't know about you guys. Will you get a sponsor someday? I've been actually talking to a couple of people about sponsorships, but you guys know I haven't taken a sponsor on our YouTube channel in a really long time. I don't want to take a sponsor unless it's something that's like really relevant to you guys, and if it's something that, you know, they obviously treat me well and they're a good thing. You know, why can't Cheez-Its sponsor me, right? Like, I love Cheez-Its. Cheez-Its are delicious. I buy like 5 boxes of them every time I go to the grocery store. Cheez-Its, you guys, please sponsor me. I will promote your product so much, and everyone, please. If you could design a champion, what role would they be and what would their abilities be? I've talked about this a couple of times in the past. If I could design a champion, I would want to design a champion that interacts with something in League of Legends unlike every other champion before it. So for instance, I might design a thief champion where he has a passive that on an auto attack on a 10-second cooldown on enemy champions steals a little extra damage and also steals 5 gold from them. Like interacting with gold in a way that we haven't seen before, or like using gold as a resource in a way that we haven't seen before. Like, you guys know, any of you play Dofus? You guys remember that Dofus class of the old man that's super greedy and obsessed with gold? Like, bringing that into League of Legends and interacting with gold as a resource more than just something you buy items with on a single champion, I think would be kind of fun, but it also might be kind of broken or really underpowered or really overpowered, or it might break the game. This is why I don't design champions. I just sit here on YouTube and answer your questions. Would you rather understand any language or be able to play any instrument? I can already play the cello and a little bit of the piano and also a little bit of the banjo, and it has gotten me nowhere in life. I mean, it's cool, it's fun. Making music is actually pretty fun. I liked playing an orchestra in high school and all that stuff, but I would much rather be able to speak and understand every language, go anywhere in the world and be able to speak their native tongue and see all the wonders of the world and everything without having to be worried of, you know, being viewed as like a dumb foreigner. That would be so fun, now that I think about it. I should learn another language. What do you think of the Trinity Force changes and how they'll affect Aurelia? I think okay, so for those of you who don't know, Trinity Force is being changed where Zeal is being removed and replaced with Stinger, I think the item is called. I don't really build it much on anyone other than Diana. The stats that are changing on Trinity Force is the attack speed is going from 50% to 40%. The movement speed, I actually don't know if the movement speed is changing, but the crit is being removed. Overall, it's a good change because it removes RNG from Trinity Force. It actually is a bit of a buff to a champion like Aurelia that really relies on auto attack speed, and I think it will be really fun to use, but at the same time, I think it might not be that good. It might be a small nerf because every once in a while there are instances where I'm trying to chase down a kill, and it doesn't matter how much attack speed I have. I only have 1 or 2 auto attacks left that I can get, and so having a 40% chance of critting on one of them is kind of really useful to help me finish off kills. Overall, I like the changes, but I might lose out on a few Aurelia kills. I'm interested to see how they affect everyone else, though. Who will be League 1's top scorer next season? Pardon my awful French. I think Lacazette is hopefully gonna... Please stay at Lyon, Lacazette. We love you. I think with Ibra probably going to the MLS, I think that Lacazette is gonna beat Cavani if those are going to be who the top scorers are. I think Lacazette is better, and he'll score more goals than Cavani, especially if Fekir stays with him. I just don't want him to get. I don't want him to leave. He is so good, and I love seeing him play at Lyon. But at the same time, I think Tottenham might steal him away. I don't think Lyon will sell him unless there's like a bid of maybe 50 million, 55 million pounds. I mean, West Ham put up like 31. I don't think they'll sell him for that little, but maybe if the price is right, he'll leave. But I really hope he doesn't leave. And then finally, what do you think of Overwatch? You guys asked me a bunch of questions about Overwatch again. You know, Overwatch actually comes out tonight, doesn't it? By the time this video is going live, it's Monday, and this, I think like 7 o'clock in the afternoon Eastern Standard Time or Pacific Time or something. That's when Overwatch is coming out, and I'm kind of buying into the hype. Everyone is so hyped for it. I can't help but buy into the hype. I've seen a lot of people play it a lot during the beta and kind of get a little bored with it after a while. I don't think it's that fun to watch on Twitch, but I think it's probably actually going to be pretty fun. I'm going to play it quite a bit, I'm sure. I don't think I'll make any YouTube videos with it. I probably won't do too much like that, but I mean, it looks pretty fun. I'm excited to see how it is. Anyway, thank you all very much for watching this Q&A video. Before you go, if you would like to be in the next Q&A video, leave a comment down below. I'll probably take comments from this video for our next Q&A video, or you could follow me on Twitter. I'll probably be using Twitter for a lot of our future Q&As. I will see you all very soon in tomorrow's new video, but until then, thank you very much for watching. Good luck in solo queue, and have a wonderful day.